Here's the equivalent Java implementation. Let me walk you through the main class that implements rate limiting to control request flow. The key method here is main. First, we import the java.util asterisk module. Now we create a hash map for fast key value lookups, for O of one constant time lookups. This is why hash maps are interview gold. Here we check if the value is null to handle the edge case that trips up most developers. At this point, we return 429 to many requests, and that's our answer, clean and efficient. This is where we call main to handle the operation. We log the output to verify it works. Let me walk you through the API gateway class that implements rate limiting to control request flow. First, we define our API gateway class. This encapsulates all the complexity in one clean interface. Now we handle the orders, http://order-serve operation because the order matters for our algorithm to work correctly. Here we check if our condition is met. At this point, we define the recent arrow function. This is where we check if our condition is met. We log the output to verify it works. Here is what most candidates get wrong about API gateway in interviews. They jump straight to the solution without discussing trade-offs. Okay, pop quiz time. Don't scroll ahead. Think about this for a second before I give you the answer. What's the difference between an API gateway and a reverse proxy? You can practice more questions like this with detailed explanations on gurusishya.in/API gateway. Here's exactly how you answer a API gateway question in an interview. Step 1. Define API gateway responsibilities. Step 2. Distinguish from load balancer. Then you seal it with a real-world example. Flipkart uses this to handle 100 million users during big billion days. That's a 45 LPA answer. Practice saying it out loud right now. Seriously. Pause and say it. Product companies pay 30 plus LPA. Service companies pay 3.3 LPA. The difference? Exactly what we're learning. Here's what matters. You now know how to define API gateway responsibilities, distinguish from load balancer, and explain the trade-offs in an interview. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. You've got this. Practice at gurusishya.in/API gateway. Now go crush that interview.